Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Somebody needs some help with this. And the main problem they're having is getting the three-sided triangle to be equal with the other one upside down. That's a common problem because a three-sided triangle does not rotate or center. So we're going to start with a six-sided polygon. Holding down the control button, and I'm going to hit P. And then I'm going to make a duplicate of it and move it over. But on this one, I'm going to mirror it. Doesn't really make much sense, but if we take this and make it a three-sided, and then take this and make it a three-sided, and move that over, that's a perfect match. There's a lot of things we can do with this, and this is what he's wanting to do. I'm going to take this one triangle, I'm going to go to Effects, and I'm going to contour 2 inches to the outside. Then I'm going to take this one and contour to the outside. So we've got pretty much an equal. Now you have to select it all and go up to Object and break the contour. Or basically, you're breaking the contour apart and breaking everything else apart. And if we take our virtual segment delete key, holding down the Alt button to get a line, we're going to delete that line. Okay, if we deleted that line, we don't want to delete this line, we're going to delete this line. If we deleted that line, we're not going to delete this line, I'm going to delete these lines. If I deleted that line, I'm not going to delete it. So I'm doing every other one. So we want this to stop. And then if that one is straight, then it's going to be just the opposite of that one. So we want to do that right there. Now, we don't have to fill in all 6 parts because that would be time consuming and we wouldn't be able to put a shadow. So what I'm going to do is take and I'm just going to ballpark it. I'm going to take a digital or a straight line and just kind of go from there. See, I'm not even, but I don't really think it matters. You could always take the shape tool and you could do it off this line, but I don't think you're going to be able to tell it. Now I'm going to use that blue again and put it there. Whoop. So I got a little leak right there when I move that line. So take your shape tool and you can make it longer. That way it won't leak for sure. And fill that in with the blue, and then take it a black and fill that in and that in. It doesn't make much sense. You know what I should have done, and I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to nudge this out of the way, and I want to group this together. So when I'm through, I can just delete it. So now I'm going to take this. They're not grouped together. I don't want them grouped together. And I want those 2 separate. I'm going to zoom in here and I'm going to select this black one and I'm going to select my interactive fill tool. This is not normally how you would do this, but it saves you. You can't really, you can see the line, but if you bring the blue into the scenario and then kind of move your handle, I would like to just put a shadow on this end, but being that we're doing both ends, it's a little difficult. So click on, a lot of times that works. So just take this and select your next item and get your and go up because we're going to put blue. Now we're going to take this black off a little bit. We want this blue inside the line so you can't really see the line. I can actually see it and it's still kind of there, but most of the time, if you're just doing this for a business card. Now, if you remember, we have everything grouped together. So we can Control G to group that together, Control D and alternate C to have it rotate from the center. And we're going to rotate it 120 degrees. And by doing that, we have that shadow on all the pieces. I'm going to use a different color on this one this time. I'm going to go, well, I need to make my lines first if we're going to have the same thing. And, you know, you only have to do one section because we're going to rotate it. And remember that I don't really care. So we can go off, you know, we can go past the lines. We're going to delete them anyway. You probably want it a little bit further up and then just delete that one. You know, a little bit more. I'm going to make that a little longer. Then take the Smart Fill tool. And since it's already set up black, I'm going to fill these two in with black first. And then I'm going to change it to this green. Now I'm going to select my black, get my interactive fill tool, and I'm going to go upwardly so I can put green there. If I would have gone downwardly, like that, it would look like that. So that looks pretty good. I need to adjust it. You can go right back to the interactive fill tool and you can adjust this handle. And that looks really pretty good, maybe a little bit too much. See, since we're inside that line, it kind of hides that line. We're going to take that line away anyway. Go ahead and I'm going to take that line away because, take that line away. I jiggled something because we don't need it. But I'm going to so I'm selecting it before I interact a fill tool. So if I don't do that, sometimes it'll revert back to the last one I did. So I'm going to go toward the color in green and then add a green, maybe take the black off the screen. And that looks pretty good. Now, I don't think we group these together. So you have to kind of watch and select that little mark or that little interactive fill, shift select the big one, shift select the little one, and you see we have 3 objects. Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate them, Alternate C to have them rotate, and rotate them 120 degrees. And you get that right there. Now, we still have lines. So I can move this stuff out of the way for a second and grab our item and put it right back. That's pretty cool. I mean, because the ones that are going underneath, I call it like a highway, or dark. Maybe in this case, a little bit too dark. I think that green actually looks better than the red and the blue. Anyway, I hope that the main question you wanted to know was how to center a triangle. And I hope that answered his question, and thank you for watching.